Hello everyone! So, today will be the first episode in this series of 100%ing Pronty, an underwater adventure. This game holds a dear place in my heart because it's one of the most creative and amazing games I've ever played. It's a Metroidvania, which, as the name suggests, it's underwater. So, I have already done a lot with this game, beating it in the two most difficult game modes, and for this series, you can get a special, you can unlock some skins by playing the game. This is the classic, this is for beating boss rush, this is the hidden ending, which we will get, and we will also make the boss rush mode because it's also an achievement. You don't need to beat the game with the hardest difficulty, because that's how you get this skin at least. However, we will do it because it's fun. So here we have Proteus, the hardest difficulty, and well, that's everything it changes. It is recommended to play other difficulties. Base attacks accumulate heat, which if you overheat, you can't attack anymore for a while. Power Grinder is a type of charge attack that normally you just need to spend a little heat and that's it. Overheat lasts longer, some monster and bosses became stronger. In this mode you earn special rewards for each ending you complete. This one is a lie. I've done my research and it doesn't matter how many endings you get, you only have one single reward. And if you switch to another difficulty halfway, you won't be able to switch back to the Proteus difficulty. Yeah, that's it. So, let's start. The beginning is kinda slow, to be honest. The tutorial can take a while because you can skip dialogue. You can skip cutscenes, but dialogue you just need to spam through. So we are a Pronty, which is a type of bioengineered creature. I think this would be the name that suggests. So these type of bioengineered creature are basically little soldiers that control bronze, which is these mechanical fishes to use as weapons. And we are raised to be soldiers to protect Royla, which is the main city of this game, because there's a lot of monsters. And so we just basically turned 18 and we can now do official training so we can be actual protectors of the city. So it's huge. This game is really cute and really uncanny in some things when you look deeper into it. This is the reason why I like it so much. Right, so we have Coach Robo, which is going to explain, the basics. So I'm just going to skip all this because the tutorial can be kind of boring. But if you guys want me to like do a bit of voice acting, I'm not that good at all. But if you just want me to see me try and, do stuff, I'll do my best. I just don't want the videos to get really long by making it. And by the way, the robot now has a surprise face because we beat the... I was gonna make a joke about, beating the carp because, this is a one underwater game, but I feel like these kinds of fish jokes are gonna get old fast. But still, I hope you all enjoy this game with me. Um, we learned to attack, and now we learned another mechanic that is to recall. So if, we are on another side, just hold the right mouse button and, we can recall our friends, our bronze with us. This game has a lot of similarities to other Metroidvanias, as in the sense like, for example, Hollow Knight has its charm system, this has its chips systems, which, has some basic stuff like instead of you having to collect manually everything is already, precious scrap turned into automatically filled with. But this feels kinda loud. Let me just sound effects up a bit down. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Yeah. So how this is gonna work is that if you have any questions you like to make to myself or to... Oh, let me just... This is not a mini boss, by the way, it's just like a little stronger enemy. Like, That's it. It's not special. There we go. Wow, what a fight! I just hit him a ton. But what I'm gonna do with this channel is that any questions that you guys might have, I will try answer it on the next video. In other words, what I will basically do is that it's basically gonna be a Q&A all the time, almost basically, kinda. So I will try my best. So just have some common sense. And now we died. JK, it's the you can't avoid this. But what's gonna happen is that it's gonna be a Q&A in every video. In every video. In the simple way that you guys can ask questions and I'll try my best to answer. And you know, some questions I try to prioritize. Let me just heal up. But something that I like to let you all keep in mind is to be reasonable. I will not tell you guys about really personal matters or anything else like that. It may be, I don't think I'm wrong for deciding that, but I will try to do my best. I want you guys to engage in the videos like for a way if I was live, for example. You guys can ask me questions, I will try to talk about it in the middle of the video. So for example, in the next video, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry already, because I want just to build like a little foundation so I can let people ask me questions and see if anyone comments at all. And it's simple as that. So the third video I will start doing this. On the second one, not yet. This will be with every single series that I'm gonna make. And so let's go. I hope you all I hope you all be very mindful and just be reasonable. Like, if you guys want to hear my opinion about something, I do not want to make this channel anything political, so I'm gonna ignore any comments that may have some political question behind it. Like, but I'm gonna try my best to respond about things that are just like surface level and just like try to, you know, you basically just met me, so let's try to be reasonable. And that's the big bad of the game. This big fish. Honestly, in my opinion, this boss, this creature, at the beginning for me was like, with this game having so much creativity behind the characters and the enemies, like types of pollution, types of objects that are fused with fish that turn them mutant, it felt kinda cheap to make like, oh, the big bad of the game is just a huge purple creature. It felt kinda bad, but after a while I found the design kinda really creepy, because it's more like, at least for me, I feel like it's more, a lot of the creatures need the objects to be strong and be more dangerous. However, Raksha itself doesn't need any of it. It's just its pure strength in its body, and it makes himself as like the biggest and most dangerous creature on the planet. And I find it really cool because there's also like a lot of creatures that are really dangerous and really, really scary. That, yeah, there we go, Rashka. Bio transformation, ram attacks, and juggernaut. Yeah, yeah, this is the creature that basically destroyed everything. And we're gonna, you know, do all of the endings, which y'all gonna see. I will already tell you that there are 3 endings: the hidden and the good and the bad ending. These are the 3 endings that you can the good ending is the one that you saw on the beginning of the video, the one with the really pretty image, like the city making a city tower sending signal beams, but the other two are quite somber, I would say, are kind of sad. But yeah, we found a pony, a type of fish that shoots projectiles. Doesn't It wasn't some kind. It was some kind of mob boss, if I'm correct. That was something Capone. Don Capone, I think, was something like that. Or I may be wrong, but still. So for 100% this game, we're gonna do like every boss, every upgrade, you know, the basics of 100% a game. However, there's also a lot of chips that we need to find. This one is one of that I gave examples to. Yes, Bront, I understand. Now let me go. It's the simple that any collectibles I will automatically pull to myself, which will make collecting stuff just a lot easier because I do not have to worry about losing stuff. In this game, if you lose, there's no punishment. That is something that I personally think it's good. I do not like if the game is switch punishing on its death. For example, like I do not think Hollow Knight's way of punishing you is bad. Not at all, to be honest. The way that you leave a shadow, or in Silk Song where you leave a cocoon that keeps all your money. So but I feel like progress can be kind of annoying in like you die through a boss fight, and in the case of Hollow Knight, there's an enemy that you gotta beat before or in the middle of the boss fight. And there's also these records that we're gonna need to collect. There's a lot of them, by the way. There's like I think 100 or something, like 90 still. My point is that I do not mind the game having no punishment for dying, like at all. But I do not mind if the game also has a punishment if it's not something as bad. Because if you obviously runbacks in games can be kind of annoying in many ways. So, we need also to find all of these paintings that are meme paintings. It's kind of an achievement, but we're gonna do that anyway because every single one of them has a chip. So if we get all the chips, we get all the paintings, and that's it. It's simple as that. So with this, we're going to learn how to mark enemies. That basically, if you dash through one enemy and you hit him, you deal a lot more damage. Because I just skipped, but that enemy had really high regeneration. If you're trying to kill him at once, you can't destroy him. And he was holding a lever. So, what is going to happen is that with this game, I will, as I said, 100% it. But for a while, I will, when I complete everything there is to get, not actually 100%ing, like as I said, there's a lot of these discs left and things like that. I will do a cleanup episode just to roam around, talk to you guys, answer your questions, or just talk about things that you guys like. Maybe if you guys want to talk about some kind of game or another, anything at all, I will try my best. And that's our first boss. So we started seeing that his health because that was nice. So because I got a special chip that was automatically from that allows me to see his health bar. So if equipped, you can see that boss health bar, which in my opinion is really cool because I am someone who's accustomed to not knowing how much health the enemy has. I do not mind at all. So now we have a memory board expansion slot, and we can go to the right. JK, this place is deadly as fuck. Right, so that's the red tide. This is something really disturbing that you discover late in the game, but is basically at the moment is basically pure poison. It's basically pure poison. You insta die if you go in there, and you need to defeat the hardest enemy rush, enemy arena, I guess, that you can find to unlock the item that allows you to basically enter the place that makes you immune to the red tide. But still, we just got a upgrade. That's the power grinder, which I mentioned at the beginning, but he said, and the bronze just came in. Yeah. Pronty is cute. Pronty is a cute character. I would like a plushie of him. And by the way, I showed you guys all the skins at the beginning of the video, and I just like to mention that the character in the that I used for the thumbnail is actually the female of the Pronty, which at least there doesn't exist a way to get it on the PC version. I'm playing by Steam, but because the game with that skin on is the Switch version, at least I think so, because I played on Switch and there that existed. Now we learned about overheat, which when he overheats, if you stay in the area, the circle will fill up faster. Now we are just going to explore, you know. Oh god damn it. Yeah, I thank the gods that only the beginning is only this handholdy, because I feel like this game has such a unique style that you kinda need to be accustomed to it. But still, it feels kind of annoying to be handholded so much. We got a knife for an eye and electrocharge. Yeah, I will keep them when I get the chance. As any good Metroidvania has, shortcuts. Now I don't need to go through all those enemies. And I also like that there is technically a mouse and I can easily point to stuff with this. So, let's try our best. What? Is our character? I hope it's not a rush. Alright. Something big is causing problems, which we are gonna discover. So let's repair this shortcut and equip new stuff. Personally, you accelerate when you use your power grinder on enemies. Nah, I will use eye for an eye for now, just to explore. There's a lot of those chips, and I like them. I can try different builds because I think it's interesting, because there are a couple of interesting builds to focus on. I really disliked that you need to constantly spam the button to attack, so I used a build of the power grinder focus, because now we're gonna get a new ability, like right now, that is with the power grinder. And Grant also speak to us about how this door works. So if the door is green, we can go through, but if the door is red, it means there are enemies on the other side, and it won't open unless you pull a lever. Now we just got the ability that I was talking about, which is the power attack. Power attack. Yeah. Basically, you use the power grinder and automatically, and you release it, and you do a whip attack. If you time it right, you do even extra more attack. Yeah, you get the shiny golden, you get that golden color, yellow, and that shows that the attack dealt more damage. So we have this blast spike here, and let's just get more stuff, you know. Ouch. I need an upgrade to break through that, but it's just part. Oh, and that's something. Oh, well, something else that you can do is that if you press the right mouse button, you can make Brown stay in a place. It's good for some puzzles that you need him to stay in a place, but in the beginning it doesn't matter much. I rarely use this mechanic, to be honest. Oh, spike you. they only attack you if you attack them first, then just for the kill. Quite a lot of health. Speedy circuit, it's shorten the preparation of time. So that's good. That's good for now. I'll try to just go. No. Oh, there we go. Another piece. I forgot to mention, but the red one, when you get 3 of them, you upgrade either your health or your stamina. You can choose. And the blue one, we're gonna explore that later. Let me just go up. And the little blue one that we got right now is the heat meter or pure damage. So the build that I'm gonna use, and since and that's how Proteus works, that if you have low heat, the more damage you deal, and that's really good. Let me just save, and right at the 20 minutes mark, I mean a bit more, but still, I think I'm gonna finish the video right here. So, I hope you all liked the video, and comment your questions and whatever you like to ask me. God damn it, that stutter. So, and that's it. Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do the silly stuff, comment, like, subscribe. The basics. You can do that in every video. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like me, and I hope you guys, like this series and be with me since the beginning to the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, thank you and goodbye.